Number 3, find the local max and min of the function f of x is equal to 1 half x minus sine x in the interval from 0 to 2 pi. Okay, so first thing we need to do is find f prime. So f prime of x is equal to 1 half minus cosine x. Okay, so when is my f prime equal to 0? That would be when cosine x is equal to 1 half. When cosine x is equal to 1 half, right? So from 0 to 2 pi, when does it happen? When x is pi over 3 and 5 pi over 3. Okay, so these are my critical numbers. Okay, so I'm going to make a number line for 0, pi over 3, 5 pi over 3, and here's 2 pi. Okay, so let's think about the sign of f prime. The sign of f prime between 0 and pi over 3, pi over 3 to 5 pi over 3, and 5 pi over 3 to 2 pi. A few ways to think about it. You can always plug in numbers, but what I like to do, because it's just cosine, well, here's the cosine graph. There's 1, there's -1, and there you go. And here is 2 pi to 0. And here is y equals 1 half. Yeah. So then this point right here, when cosine of x is 1 half, the first time this is pi over 3, and the second time right there is 5 pi over 3. So if you look at it, 1 half minus cosine x, so 1 half minus cosine x from 0 to pi over 3, the cosine x is actually bigger than 1 half, so you will get a negative sign, right? So you could also plug in any number that between 0 and pi over 3. You know, at least two angles, pi over 6 and pi over 4. So 1 half minus cosine of pi over 4. Then you can figure out that it's going to be a negative number. And if you look at it from pi over 3 to 5 pi over 3, notice that cosine of x is smaller than 1 half. So 1 half minus cosine x will be positive. And the same thing happens here between 5 pi over 3 and 2 pi. Cosine is higher. It's bigger than 1 half, anywhere between 5 pi over 3 and 2 pi. So you're going to get a negative f prime. All right. So what is happening to my graph? Well, it is decreasing here, increasing in this interval from pi over 3 to 5 pi over 3, and decreasing from 5 pi over 3 to 2 pi. So I know, because by the first derivative test, I know here at pi over 3 I have a local minimum, and I have a local max at 5 pi over 3. So what is a local min? Local min at x equals pi over 3. But that's where the local min happens, but that's not my local min. You have to plug it into the original function to find the y value, right? So what is f of pi over 3? That's going to be 1 half times pi over 3 minus sine of pi over 3. Okay, that's going to be pi over 6 minus sine of pi over 3 is square root of 3 over 2. Okay, so that's your minimum value. You can also make it into pi over pi minus 3 pi over 3 over 6, and you can even give a coordinate pi over 3 comma pi minus 3 square root of 3 over 6. Okay, that's the local minimum. And how about local max? I know it happens at 5 pi over 3. So local max at x equals 5 pi over 3. So what is f of 5 pi over 3? That's 1/2 times 5 pi over 3 minus sine of 5 pi over 3. Okay, that's 5 pi over 6 minus sine of 5 pi over 3. Well, it is right there. That angle is pi over 3, and you're going negative, so it's going to be minus square root of 3 over 2. So you end up adding them, but I'm going to combine them and make it 5 pi plus 3 square root of 3 over 6. And that way, the local max is 5 pi over 3, comma 5 pi plus 3 square root of 3 over 6. Yeah. The maximum value is the y value of the function, and it happens at 5 pi over 3. But you can always write the coordinate just to make sure that you answered it correctly.